Nike check.
Kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff on, spin move in zone. Go, from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move in zone. Go, from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hear them.
We step on, spin move in zones, go from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We step on, spin move in zones, go from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Putting it down for that, time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be, playing this here for the keeps, had to make out with a feast, a family to feed, third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now, breathe down with the game now, they're here with a lane now, my home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kinda drip is a skill, it's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing to the hill.
We step on, spin move in zones, go from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We step on, spin move in zones, go from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching. Can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. Can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Time to try and go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about you, brought to protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with them K-Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this in jungle, the top I was gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left with nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe now should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're running. Ingram. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I don't believe that that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just, you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this script. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Second and 6. At the 43-yard line.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
41-yard line.
On third down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. 16 and a first down. On first and 10, Mayfield almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
It leads to
second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. Fourth down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a gain of 6. And the Browns.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Complete to Odell Beckham.
An 11-yard touchdown. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Ravens nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Jackson looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Austin.
Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. But when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
10-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
From 10 yards out. And the Browns add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this carries into the end zone. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. That took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
On third down, Mark Ingram. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
Carl Joseph. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Here's Jackson. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
To Austin
33 yards that time.
A gain of 33.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Landry the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Score Browns 28, Ravens nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Focusing on me.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Taken in the end zone. Fights off the defender. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach...
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just... And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Browns 42, Ravens nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 39-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Pick up on the play. And it's third down.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
Set, 180. Get the ball. 58.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's the end.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Ravens, nothing.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Here's Jackson to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd.
On 2nd and goal. Mayfield looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
7-yard line.
Here's Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10. at their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Browns 55.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They go play action with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Williams on the coverage.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Forced out to his left. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete to Odell Beckham.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with it.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Cleveland, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati